Cindy.
I'm Gerry Joseph.
So today I am super excited. We have the expert right here that is going to talk about the importance of lighting. So if you're looking at building, remodeling, or just doing some sprucing up of your home, you gotta check this out. This makes a difference. Okay, so lighting, you see on the MLS all the time when someone's selling their home, light and bright. Why is lighting so important when you're building a home?
So to me, lighting is the most important part of the house, right? So to me as a builder, I'm always trying to replicate the daylight, right? So for example, I want to come home, if I want my house to look like it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that's exactly what I want. So therefore, I'm always trying to find lighting wherever I can to put in the house, right? To make sure that I get that same idea. You can always dim it down, but after it's built, it's always hard to go back and retrofit it.
Yeah, and so as realtors, we see too when someone's about to sell their home and you walk into that dark dungeon, right? Where you've got your paneling and you have your warm color lighting. It makes a huge difference on selling the home.
Oh, absolutely. So basically, to me, when I walk into a home and I see the house is dark, it tells me I need to get out, right?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because on every listing appointment, especially when they have the warm color lights, you're like, point number one, you need to go to Home Depot and you need to purchase a whole supply of LED daytime lights.
Actually, this is my first recommendation to any sellers. You gotta change your lights, right? Because the light to me makes a big impact on the way people perceive your house and what the house has to offer.
Yeah, and again, if you walk into a home and it's real dark, it almost gives this illusion like you don't necessarily, not that you don't care for your home, but it almost impacts your mood.
Exactly, the house does not pop, right? So basically, yeah. I think at least for me, when I walk into a house, I want the house to be bright. I want the house to be as daylight as possible. The last house that I built, it was about 4,700 square feet. And I counted, we had about 140 recessed lights. And wow. The house was a surgical room. I love it, right? And the buyer who was buying it loved it also. And we put dimmers throughout the house. At night, you can always dim it. But again, in the daytime, or if you want the bright light, you want all the recessed light to be in the house.
Yeah, so lighting's so critical, probably one of the most important things.
Yeah, it's one of the most important to me. To me, it's as important as cabinet, flooring, the tile floor that you are using, right? Most people generally will forget about lighting. To me, that's one of the things that I'm always pushing, lighting. I do lighting in the cabinets. I do LED lighting under the cabinet. I do LED lighting under the vanity sink, right? So to me, you can never have enough light. Yeah. Right? Let's go back to the scripture. Let there be light.
Yeah. So again, if you're thinking about building your home or you're wanting to remodel, definitely you want to start with extensive amounts of lighting.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, nowadays it's fairly inexpensive, right? To relight your whole house. It's not going to cost you that much money. Just take the time to go find the light and find the type of light that you like and install it. It's not a big deal.
So for example, when you say it doesn't cost a lot of money, what would it cost? Let's just say you want to add some additional recessed lights. What's that looking? So
generally, most homes nowadays, they will have the recessed light. All you have to do really is change the light bulb, right? You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's. You can buy a pack of 12 light bulbs, and it's going to cost you less than $20.
So if the recessed lights are not in there, now what?
So if the recessed lights are not in there, so now you have to find creative way, if you don't want to spend money, to get some lighting into the house. But again, if you have a good handyman and an electrician, they can do some recessed lighting for you. Again, it's not as intensive as you would think.
That's awesome. Super good advice. I really appreciate you sharing your best practices and tips on the purpose of quality lighting. Okay, so if any of this information resonates with you, you have to talk with the pro right here, Gerry Joseph. And in the comment section, type the word lighting. He'll get back with you with some best practices, some tips, and really answer any questions that you have, right?
Absolutely, and then find creative ways to get your home back into a good lighting situation.
So, once again, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I'm Cindy.
I'm Gerry Joseph. Let's connect.